Hey there, plant peeps. Welcome back to Pilar Orchids for a quick deflasking of a Paphiopedilum, sanderianum to be specific. So we'll do that real quick. I won't show you the entire process. I'll just show you step by step what we do. And then we'll take a quick look at some things in bud or, yeah, a couple things in bloom. Yeah, let's check it out. Alright, so here's the flask in question. These are Paphiopedilum sanderianum. And yeah, we'll look at a couple. I think for me, this is like the most difficult part of deflasking is knowing when is the time. Now, sometimes, of course, if there's mold or contamination, fungus, whatever, then obviously you got to take them out and save what you can. But this flask came in the mail. This is from Orchid and Wickmann here in Germany, and yeah, it came in really good condition considering, you know, sometimes they can get jumbled up in the mail, but everything is intact, and there's just some really big ones and some tiny little ones that are just starting to develop. So I don't know, but now is the time, I think, with the weather and our timing for growth. So let's do this really quickly. First step, take them out. So let's take this lid off, see what's underneath there. um, I'll have to do it. I'll have to do it like without, yeah. Okay, so I've peeled back the foil so you can see what's under here. You can see how they flask them. Yeah, got this little thing on the top. Let's unscrew the lid. Yeah, it's got a hole in it. And start of some contamination. Here is the jar now opened, and you can see one of the main reasons why I wanted to deflask them now is look at that variegation in the leaves. Like, even before I pull it out, you can see down in the bottom right, that one, that leaf looks variegated, and this biggest one has like marginated variegation. Anyway, that shouldn't really happen. In Paphiopedilums, there's not really many variegated examples, and I couldn't find any history or evidence of variegation within the sanderianum. So yeah, that concerns me. I don't actually think it's variegation. I think it's some kind of, like, I don't know, deficiency or something's going on. So I really got to get these out of here now. Well, all right, here they are. Finally got them out of that jar. It was kind of more painful than I wanted it to be, but I'm a bit concerned. So the root development is really not great. I think this was like too soon to deflask them, but at the same time, probably it needed a replate, I think, or something. I think this is, I don't know, because the plants are big, but the root development just isn't great. So let me wash them up, get all this agar and crap gone, and then I'll show you what I mean. You can see, like, there's still like little, even like protocorm, like just out of like that stage, like very young ones. So I don't know. We'll see what I'm gonna do with all of these. Yeah, no, sanderianum is also kind of slow growing. Yeah, it's a slow growing, big, multifloral Paphiopedilum, if you're not familiar with the species. So anyways, let's clean these up. Here they are cleaned up after washing, pulling them out. There's the remains, the carnage. And you can see just a lot of little nubbins just like getting going with no real roots yet, kind of falling out all over the place. And that's great. I mean, I probably could save them, or try to save them. Gonna throw all these together in this little bonsai pot, like make a community pot out of these tiny little struggling ones. A few of them have some roots, like this little single one here is like 2 little roots started. So yeah, I'll see what goes, you know. But as you can see, even on the biggest ones, the roots are delicate, so this was a really difficult, long process to get it all. And yeah, I probably need to clean up a couple of them a little bit more gently, get some of the rest of this agar off of there. So let's start potting them up. And I got my mix made up. Potting media, it's the smallest grade bark that I have. It's like 1 to 2, it says grade. Whatever that means, it's the smallest pieces. And threw some perlite in there, and I ripped up some sphagnum moss into small pieces. Got it in there to help with some water retention. Yeah, so that's the media. Let's start potting. Back in action. So I'll just show you one really quickly. What I do, grab a pot, just kind of dip it in, get like a little bit in the bottom, and I can put extra because, not planning them full pot, but yeah. And I do want to, I try to pack it down just a little bit because I don't want too many air spaces. Not like with the phals. I don't mind with phals, but with these guys, I want to keep kind of moisture. So yeah, it's just simple. Plop them right in the middle and then backfill around the roots kind of gently. I'm trying to take it pretty gentle on them when I backfill, just so I don't break any roots, because the roots are kind of delicate with these guys. So yeah, it's that simple. That was probably harder than I wanted to do it, but that's kind of hard when I'm just one-handed filming here and potting one-handed. It's not the best. Anyway, so now you see it. I'm gonna tidy this one up, and yeah, now all of them are done, potted up. I did do a couple little compots. Like this one here is like 4 different ones that had very minimal roots, and then these are all the little ones that were like the little growing bodies with just the start of new little roots. So clumped all those together. I've had good luck doing paphs in little bonsai pots like this. So yeah, hopefully they'll do good and okay, and you can see now better what I mean about this variegation, if it is, or whatever this kind of deficiency is going on. See with these, and there's a couple in the other dome over here that, have that kind of, yeah, whatever it is, these lines on the leaves. So got to keep an eye on that, see what's going on there, do some more research. Yeah, now let's look at some buds. Oh, by the way, yeah, so I do keep a little bit of water in here for the first, so how we do it is we keep these fully closed, like this one is, right? The little vent is fully closed, and keep a little bit of water down in the bottom. We do that for 3 weeks and 100% humidity, 3 weeks to a month. And then we keep them without water for a couple more weeks, but in fully closed dome. And then after that, we start to open the dome and reduce the humidity little bits at a time. And we do that for about a month after that. So all told, they'll be in these domes for a couple months. And yep, then we'll take them out, and hopefully we still have some alive after that. We'll see. A little bit of media left. Awesome. Yeah, now let's look at some buds. So try to do a quick uncut one take, maybe minus the walking around. But yeah, some of our phals. This is the Jennifer Palermo, starting to put on some buds. And yes, if you do try to hybridize your orchids and they carry seed capsules, that does slow them down. So finally, this guy is getting back on track. I mean, you can see that older spike there probably needs to be cut off. Should do that. And then, yeah, here is the Phalaenopsis amboinensis, another species phal, putting on buds, just getting ready. Should be maybe a couple weeks. It'll be in bloom, maybe a month. Anyways, here is the Phalaenopsis little sister, still in bloom after being repotted. And yeah, the oldest spike, got a nice flower on there. Moving around, not too much else is, we've got then yes, the boss is no ID, pink phal. Also in spike, still going along. Really needs to be repotted. I'm woefully late on that. Yeah, let's move to the other room. And so a couple quick Paphiopedilums while we're over here near the Paph table. This is the Paphiopedilum Jackie Eye. I'm trying to show it there. Really slow to put on its flower, but there's the plant here. Nice mottled foliage, single fan, first time bloomer. So yep, hopefully that one keeps going and doesn't blast. Um, and then the Limianum. This is the plant here. This is Paphiopedilum limianum. There's the big long spike with lots of flowers, and yep, still going along, putting on another flower or two. It's not done yet. And in other Paph news, here's the Paphiopedilum adductum, just down in low bud. Look at how dark those. I love these multiflorals. Like, yeah, amazing, but quite a large plant there, as you can see. So I'm not sure how long that one's going to take before it actually blooms, but there you go. Little bud watch there for you. And yes, still holding on. Again, just trying to see for the record. So this is about 3 months now. This flower has held on. It's not really looking great now. You know, everything's starting to fade. It's looking brown. It's only got a couple days left, I think, for the world for that one. But and little cuttings of Maxillaria variabilis. Yep, in bloom. Fragrance is not so strong on these little guys, unfortunately, but yeah, that's okay. They're rooting, so I want them to spend more energy on making new roots and settling in. And that's fine. Yeah, moving around, then we have the Maxillaria variabilis. Here's the big bushy mom plant. I thought it was done blooming earlier in late spring, but now it's putting on a nice second flush, getting more flowers. So we've been fertilizing it more than normal and spraying it more than normal in all the sheaths, and so I think that's why it's putting on. This is more flowers than it usually does, so I feel like I'm getting closer to the goal of like a big splash of yellow flowers. So keep going with it, keep trying. And then here is the Maxillaria variabilis, the mini form. And got to tell you, this thing is much more fragrant than the large form that we have, the big one I just showed you, and those cuttings. They're fragrant, but this thing is just a really nice, it's kind of a soapy floral fragrance. So quite fragrant. Really like this guy. Just love it. And yep, just kind of blooming, bloom after bloom. It's had maybe 5 or 6 flowers already this season, and yeah, maybe a few more will show up. So we'll see. Yeah. So then up here, right above that, is the Phalaenopsis borneensis. So it's gearing up to put on blooms all over. It's lots of nice spikes going. So yeah, again, most of our summer blooming phals, like if you kind of watch other channels and stuff, they have already bloomed or they're really much closer, and ours are always a little behind. Including now, here's the Marie, uh, looking like it's about to bloom. Uh, yeah, so again, just kind of keeps branching, growing new little spikes. There's a huge cluster of little spikes over there. That's about what's in spike or bloom. Not too much happening here. Um, yeah, it's kind of a down season right now for us, and while we wait for the summer bloomers to come on, and yeah, and of course it's been cold and rainy this spring, and we're downsizing our collection, getting rid of like older, I don't know, plants that we don't really want for our breeding, and narrowing down, some older, better breeding stock, and a lot of seedlings. So, yeah, no seedlings blooming just yet. Well, thanks for checking in for a really quick, just bud watch and spike update. And yeah, hopefully soon we can show you guys some of these actually in flower. Stick together, stay focused. Hope you guys are having a good one, and we will see you back here at El Pilar soon.